What is up, YouTube? It's your boy D9, the Tech Guru, back with a really exciting video. This is the several. There's gonna be several parts of this video of the Exo Zombies Easter egg on Advanced Warfare. Really excited to get this video uploaded for you guys. I know everyone, like a lot of people, have their own versions of this Easter egg and how they broke it down for you. But this is indeed my version, so I'm gonna give it to you as best as I know how and keep it as crystal clear and as simple as I possibly can give it to you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. First thing you have to do is you definitely have to find the encrypted black box. It took us a while to find this. Took us a little bit to find this, but I'm gonna shoot it right here to let you guys know where it is. It's in the very first spawn room, over to the very back before you open that door to the left. So that's the very first part that you have to do. Like I said, it's very essential, and it's a IT analyst. She tells you that it's encrypted. The second thing you have to do is take it over to this computer over here. It's actually right over here by Speed Cola, or Speed Reload is what we call it, and put it in this computer box, and then the computer person will tell you something, but then Rose McGowan's character will say something that sounds a little bit like.
We're gonna need to upgrade the security clearance of all 4 of our badge IDs to get past the encryption. We'll have to find them first.
So far, that's what we have found. That is indeed the first step to the Easter egg.
This next part is really not as difficult as people make it seem, except for the last key card you got to get. You really don't have to do this in any particular order, except for Decker, except for the last one. You have to have all the other 3 key cards in order to get his. But there's no particular order you have to do them in. But there are certain things that you do have to do in order to get these other key cards. I did figure that part out. If you're playing solo, doesn't really, I mean, you can do them all on your own. But if I noticed that if you're playing like 2-player, like when you do the executive's key card, only one person can push 2 of the thumb scanners, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the executives part. Also with how many other players you have in the game, when you want to do Oz's key card, you all have to do that boost slam. Whoever's in the game, all of you guys have to do it. It can't just be one person. But of course, you have to definitely get the exosuit in order to do the rest of these parts here, and the EM1. So definitely get the EM1 out of the box. And I'll show you guys what that with the thumbprint things are. You have to be infected in order for your fingerprint to register on these thumbprint scanners. The first one is right up here, not this screen right here, but it's this thumbprint scanner right here. That's the very first one. So you got to press that one only when the infected zombies come out, but you have to be infected. The second one's right here. The third one is over here. And the fourth one is around the corner, and the key card pops up right next to it in a little booth. I recommend, if you guys have camouflage, definitely utilize camouflage. But this is how you get the executive's key card. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. Now this next step is really essential. What you have to do is you have to basically go into this room that's right down here. I don't know if you guys know where this is. It's actually in the main hub. Once you get to this room, it's really important because I highly recommend you guys get an automatic. Get an automatic weapon, because anything else, you're gonna pretty much be in trouble. I ended up getting stuck with the RW1 and the Cell 3 categorizer. I really didn't do such a good job. I mean, I got the little thing down. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. There's something that you have to shoot that's on this little. It looks almost like drums, like drums in a safe. This thing right here, you got to shoot this down. It looks like it's holding that drum up. So you got to shoot that down. I highly recommend you guys use an automatic weapon. As you can see, I have an RW1, which is not going to get the job done. So I had to get another gun, but I didn't have enough money because I had to get Jug too. So, but what I did was I used my Cell 3 categorizer, and I got those zombies pretty far away, and I just like spammed all the bullets that I had possibly and just shot them all out. But it does take some also some really good communication when you jump and boost slam on that little one that you're shooting the little bar down on. You'll notice when it's gone because you won't be able to see it anymore sticking up if you look at it from the other side. What you have to do after that is, once it's completely down, as you can see me spamming the shots to get that thing down because I don't have an automatic weapon, it would have been a lot quicker had I had like an HBR A3 or something like that, or a AK-12 or a bow or anything that's automatic, the Pyotech, anything. So it would have been a lot faster if I'd have got that done. But this part right here, you all have to literally jump at the same time and slam at the same time, and then it'll come all the way down. Like, that is so important. So that's what you have to do on that part. I actually ended up missing the first time, and I had to do it over. So I got a little closer, and I ended up doing it again. And once you do that, you'll notice that that drum will come up like that. You see that? Then the key card's right there. Then you just hit X, and then you got the key card. And that's pretty much that second part for Oz's ID. Now, this next part, you guys, is a little bit kind of on the hard side, because what you have to do is you have to basically, in order to get the executive's ID, you have to be infected. It is so important that you are infected, because like I said before, the thumbprint scanner is not going to register your thumbprint unless you are infected. It's almost as if they built this facility for zombies. I don't quite understand why you got to be infected to do that, but hey, I'm not too concerned about that. But what we usually do, and it makes it a little bit easier, as you guys can see on my score streaks, I have a camouflage. What you can do is, once you get infected, you can hit your camouflage while you're infected, and the zombies won't even mess with you. And so you're free to pretty much do whatever you want. That's why I said earlier in the video, it's always a good idea to do that part while you have a camouflage. So the moment you get infected, hit that camouflage, and you can just take your time and get to the buttons, and like if you got 4 players, all 4 of you have to hit a different button. If you got 3 players, I think that one person can hit 3 and the other person has to hit 1. I don't know how that combination works, but I know when you got 2 players, 2 people have to hit, well, one person has to hit 2 of the thumbprints in order to make them go off. But like I said, what we usually do, as you can see what I'm doing, I'm actually killing a bunch of the zombies, and I'm talking to my partner and asking them, hey, do you have any other infected zombies left? And so we'll keep like 1 zombie that's normal and 1 infected zombie. And so what he'll do is bring the other one back over here. Once he brings the other one back over, the infected one, we can just run in there real quick, and it'll be an easy transition, because he's about to get ready and bring the other one over here in just a second. As you can see, he just ran over here. Then we go in there, and then I stand by my first door that I have to hit, my first thumbprint scanner that I have to hit, which makes it really easy, because once I get infected, I can just hit the thumbprint scanner, run to the other one, as you can see, hit the other one real quick, and as I said, the ID badge will show up right in that booth, in that first little window, that first little opening in that booth. Now, this next part isn't really so difficult. The only hard part about this part is really getting Rose McGowan's ID card is really like getting lucky on hitting the box and getting the EM1, because you definitely need the EM1 without a shadow of a doubt. It's really difficult, because like money is really scarce. You got to worry about like zombies moving too fast at you. You really got to worry about, there's so many factors you have to worry about in this part. But really, all in all, this is probably one of the easiest parts to do in the Easter egg, as long as you got the money and the gun to do it, because you have to literally have someone spam the box with the EM1 while you hit it. Now, there is another way of doing it, even like on like 2-player. If you have the EM1 and you have enough money to hit the box, you can just hold down the trigger and then hit the box, and you'll eventually get Rose McGowan's ID. But what we did, on the other hand, like we did it just the normal way. We just went on ahead and did what we normally do. So what we did was we just went on ahead and had him spray the box while I hit it, and voila, we ended up getting Rose McGowan's ID. So it really didn't take super duper long to do it. It's just, like I said, we just needed the money, and we just needed like to get lucky on hitting the box. My boy GSC Raw is pretty good on about getting the EM1 really early. I don't know how he does that so well. Like, he gets extremely lucky and will hit the box one time and get it. I'm like, dude, how do you get that? How do you keep getting that lucky? But that's just him being him. So I'm not too worried about that. Now, on to the part that I absolutely hate. I cannot stand this part. This is probably the most frustrating part of this entire Easter egg, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I probably have to say me and GSC Raw had to really like go down into the incinerator probably, I think 7 times, probably less. I could be wrong, but it seemed like we went down in that incinerator so many times. We might as well just die down there and just stay trash. Because I mean, you got to be kidding me. We use so much money. At some point, you know, I don't know if you know, but every round the incinerator is only $100, and if you come back out and want to do it again, it's like $2,000. I think at some point we were so frustrated on failure, we just decided to say fuck it. We just gonna spend the $2,000 and call it a fucking wrap. Because we just got sick and tired of having to do this over and over again. Because you can't really see the ID badge when you're shooting down in the incinerator. I'm gonna be showing y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know anybody who can legitimately see. You got to really be paying attention, and I mean really be paying attention, because there's no way in the world you're gonna spot this ID badge. I looked everywhere, and I guess my boy GSC Raw told me, hey, look, man, it just shows up on the ground. You just gotta spam X. And excuse me, I'm a little yawny here, but spam X and there it is. As you can see, we just like literally shooting everywhere. I mean everywhere. We was down here 5 times, wasted a ton of ammo, having to upgrade our guns over and over again to get this last ID card, which is Decker's. As I said before, you have to have all the other 3 before you can even get this one. But eventually, we ended up getting it. I was extremely happy about it because I'm like, this is freaking ridiculous, dude. Like, I cannot stand this part, but we finally got it. But that's it, guys. That's all 4 of the ID badges. Once you've got all 4 ID badges, you have to head over to the computer, which is by Speed Cola. It's the same computer where you put your black box at. And then once each person hits X on the computer, what's gonna happen is the computer's gonna come on and give you guys a message. Once the message comes on, be careful and listen for the message. It's gonna sound a little bit like this.
Clearance level invalid.
The next thing you're gonna want to go do is you're gonna want to head back outside, because this part takes a little bit of time. You're gonna want to definitely kill a lot of these zombies. You're gonna want to kill a lot of these zombies because they're gonna drop ID cards. I don't know if you can tell. Look at my ID badge. It actually has numbers on it now. Because what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to collect a total of 49 of these. 50 will be including your ID badge. So the zombies will drop 49 of them, and then the 50th one will be yours. It took us some time to get this part done because we ended up having a few little hiccups because I went down a couple times. Actually, I think I went down just once. And once you get that part done, and like it's not all that hard. Like, you just got to stay alive. And when you get them high rounds, but what I recommend doing, as you can see, on hyper damage is probably the best opportunity to get them, because punching them will almost ensure that they're going to drop those ID badges. I don't know if you guys can see those on the screen. They're floating in the middle of the air, those ID badges. Like, once you shoot the zombies, you'll see little ID badges floating in the air, as you can see. Like, there's a few of them that show up. I kind of got a bad shot there, but when my partner comes back and get me, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but once you kill a few of these zombies and you turn around, you'll see IDs floating in the middle of the screen, just floating. Just walk up to them. You don't have to hit anything in particular, no special button. Just walk up to them and you'll pick it up, and your number will eventually get high. As you can see, once my XO reboots here, I should have close to 49 of these things. I believe I have 49. Each player has to have 49. So if you're playing 4-player, all of you guys have to have 49 of these badges. And then once you do that, you're gonna head back over to the computer area, and then we gotta keep these. Make sure you keep a zombie alive. It's important to do that. Head back over to the computer area, and then you're gonna actually hit your hit X on the computer again, and then you're gonna hear a different message than you heard before. I know it says security clearance is invalid the first time, but this time you're gonna hear something completely different. It's not gonna be the same message, but you have to be paying attention because she's gonna give you something that's really, really important. So pay attention. The message is gonna sound something like this. The message was user has not clocked in yet. You have to go hit the 4 hand scanners. Lilith's gonna hit hers first, and you're gonna hear a message that sounds very similar to this.
Identity confirmed. Hello, Lilith Swan.
Okay, guys, each player has to go to the computer when you get 49 IDs, and then you have to hit X on the computer, and then you'll hear that same message that Lilith heard. Her hand scanner's right in front of you. Her hand scanner's in that room. I'm gonna go to the computer so I can hear the message myself.
User has not clocked in today.
Now, as you guys can see, I did hit my computer. Now I'm gonna go hit my hand scanner, and when you do that, you're gonna hear a message that sounds very similar to what you're about to hear right about now.
Identity confirmed. Hello, Mr. Khan.
Now, after you guys do that, there's one more step in step 3. You both have to go to the computer. Actually, not both of you don't, but one person has to go to the computer, and you're gonna hear a message like this.
Authorization accepted.
If you have clearance to hear this message, then the test is a success. You have 24 hours to proceed to the rendezvous point and initiate phase 2. Good luck.
Power has been restored to the EXO testing facility.
Now, guys, there's really only one more step in this Easter egg. It's pretty simple. Guys, the very last step to the Easter egg, as you can see, what we did was we went on ahead and pushed the exosuits at the exact same time. After we've done everything else, we've gotten all the ID cards. We've definitely done all the handprints, the thumbprints. We've done it, name it, we've done it. So what we did was we went on back outside because you can hear the helicopter from the inside of the building. So we ran outside, looked up at the helicopter. We noticed that a care package came down and hit it, and man, oh man, was I happy to see this achievement. I was just overjoyed, absolutely overjoyed. As you can see, we got the achievement. Game over, man. So we went on ahead and got that. I was excited, overjoyed. But we continue to play a little more after that. But as you can see, y'all, that is the Easter egg in a nutshell.